Hello there. My name is sometimes Heather, and I also call some Night. Today, we are going to continue the West Weald zone story with LCP here. My Citric Zork Vampire. Let's go. I think I'm parked in Bell. I did days, I think. Today my daily reward is 250 crown lethal poisons. Oh boy, I'm drowning in these things. Let's first check out both the beauty of Vivek's Palace and today's daily endeavors. Today's daily endeavors encourage you to I'm a little bit all over the place today. Okay, better. Now am I in the picture? Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it isn't. There we go. Today's daily endeavors encourage you to kill 5 foes with class abilities, earn 150 Telvar stones through kills and rewards, complete 1 arena, clear 1 Oblivion portal for 100 seals of endeavor and 8,500 gold. Or improve 1 item. This week's weekly endeavors encourage you to clear 10 Oblivion portals, kill 15 players in Cyrodiil, or complete 4 trials. I have gone with Oblivion portals because I enjoy it. Now, let's travel to West Weald and see where the next stage of the main quest. So, it has been said that the new crafting area in Skincard is the most fastest, most convenient one yet, but I personally enjoy the Vardenfell Vivek City crafting area best. My quest log is often a bit full, and therefore it's convenient to be able to pick up one set of writs and deliver them and then return only halfway back and pick up the second batch. Missed one. And do I say I got today? ESO. Continue zone story. Speak with Paragon in his Skincard townhouse. I'm going to slap a market there because, while we've met, I have a horrible sense of direction. Without my custom markers, I will run the wrong way.
Did you hear? The King of Vashabar. He's the leader of the Recollection.
I knew those Vashabar wood elves were to blame for all this.
That's not what I heard. There's even a wood elf and a legionary.
Paragon, I'm here.
The map we found at Hoperoot contains a valuable clue. I just know it. Give me some time and I'll decipher the code and figure it out. One thing is already clear. King Nantharian and his allies aren't done with Westweald yet.
We destroyed their fortress and Wildburn Seat. What else could they be up to?
I won't know for sure until I finish deciphering Nantharian's notes, but Athelia is still at large. The Daedric incursions haven't stopped, and Recollection forces are thick as Horvors on Carrion around Ayleid ruins. They're looking for something.
What do you think the Recollection's looking for?
When I think of Ayleids, I think of magic. Welkin stones, portals, ancient relics. Things that would be dangerous in the wrong hands. But how it fits into Nantharian's plans, I don't know. Think you could help me piece it together, friend?
I will help you look into the recollections plans. Where do we start?
Tribune Alea and Laramil can use your help. The Tribune is worried about an attack at Feldergard Keep, and Laramil thinks it's important to investigate the Outcast Inn. See what you can do to help them, then come back here.
Okie dokie. Investigate the Outcast Inn. Investigate Feldergard Keep. I think we're only going to get through one today. And I would like to start from the Outcast Inn. In my pretty dress. I like to put my characters in pretty dresses even though they are very inconvenient. In combat. Well, not like really, but in my mind. Like, if you wore a dress to combat in real life, it would be hella difficult. That's what I was trying to say.
Did you hear? The king of Vashabar.
As usual.
He's the leader of the recollection.
I knew
We're
those
drinking.
Vashabar wood elves were to blame for all this.
That's not what I heard. There's even a wood elf and a legionary working with an adventurer to stop the recollection.
Yeah. I just opened a new package yesterday, so it's still nice and strong. I think this way shrine is the most convenient one. And also quite fast. Oh. Let's try to also kill enemies with class abilities. Let's first check what my class ability actually is. Stone calling, so I need to spam endless view. Can do. Since we only needed to kill 5 enemies with class abilities, this should be relatively fast. Wow.
Oh yeah, that felt good.
That was wow. Let's try to get these to 1 by 1. That was interesting. Mine. The blue glow around the treasure chest comes from either excavation or scrying. Excavation passives, when you have the entire skill line unlocked, make treasure chests easier to spot. It's broken. There was a fun pair in this crying. Yep, not to be confused with scrying. Oh, we managed. So that was nice and easy. Now we can just dash to the Outcast Inn. Did you notice me running wrong way when I forgot that I have a marker? And there are in fact 2 quest markers on my compass. That happens a lot. Marinal Device is waiting for us outside the Outcast Inn.
Come, Proxy. Things here are more dire than I suspected.
Oh,
I am glad you are here, Proxy. Threads of fate tangle around the Outcast Inn in an ever-expanding knot, fraying the bonds of cause and effect with each bend and twist. Should they snap, the results would be catastrophic.
what's causing these tangles, Marinal friend?
I cannot discern its origin. Hermaeus Mora gifted me an ability to perceive the threads of fate. This tangle painfully overwhelms that very gift whenever I try to approach the inn. Someone without such sight must act as my agent, namely you.
What do you want me to do?
Pass through this tangle and enter the inn. Find the source of this disturbance. Stop it however you can. I cannot assist you in this. You shall stand alone against a force that tangles fate and unravels reality. Succeed and you shall be rewarded.
I will enter the inn and find the source of this disturbance.
If we allow the tangle in fate to persist, our localized reality could collapse. In short, we would all cease to exist.
Started.
Enter the inn while I research this phenomenon. And hurry, Proxy. Even at this distance, the disturbance causes me great pain.
Well, we must hurry,
Go where
because
I
I don't
cannot,
want to see Lariman in pain.
Untangle
I
this
like her.
knot of fate.
The sky is different here. And so is everything else. The sky indicates that we have entered Marinal. And now we need to enter the Outcast Inn. Which is surrounded by small enemies. Speak with innkeeper Griffin.
Another apparition? Oh, you're real. Please, come in. What can I get you?
There's an upstairs and also a cellar. But first, let's speak with Griffin.
Yes, please come in. Stay for a while. Just pay no mind to the crack in the sky outside or those shadows. Ignore them and have a drink. All right, I can't ignore them either. It all started when the woman at the table by the fire came in.
I think I know her. Her name's Ethelia.
I don't know her from a skeever's arse, and I don't care what her name is. But she's absolutely the cause of my problems. Right after she arrived, the sky changed, and those shadows started roaming my inn. Then she sat by the fire without a word.
She hasn't made any requests.
Not a one. But a good innkeep can guess what a customer needs. And she needs a drink. Something to wake her up. A Skyrim sunrise. I can't leave my patrons with these shadows, though. Could you go to the well and fetch some water? You'll drink free.
I will go get water from the well for you.
The well's out back in the courtyard. Bring me a bucket of water, and I'll mix up a Skyrim sunrise. That should get her talking. Then I can ask her to move along and take this strangeness with her. She's scaring my customers.
She doesn't seem all that scared. Maybe we should leave her alone while we fetch water. Or until we return when set water. Though the game wanted you to go through a door that doesn't actually lead you to the courtyard. So the correct door to go through is here. I had a bit of trouble finding the well when I was first here, but this door leads you to it quite easily. You will meet a couple of petty enemies, but that's a small obstacle. Bring water to innkeeper Brimmer. Return from the door you came from and things will be nice and convenient. Pretty.
Mortal, help me, please.
Speak with anyone.
I don't know if you can understand me. My mind is a storm of images and voices and memories. I can see every reality all at once, the many paths. But my grip on this realm keeps slipping. But you... I see that you are real.
I can see every reality all at once. Reminds me of the dude in Men in Black 2, the one that gave us the shield that protects us from extraterrestrial attacks. We spoke at Ellenglind. What brought you here?
We did, didn't we? Then you know my name is Ethelia. I am what mortals call, a Daedric Prince. These echoes. I summoned them by accident. I am losing control. The inn. It drew me here. Called to me. I need something it can provide.
You mentioned the many paths. What are those?
Possibilities. Probabilities, places where fate takes a different course. Some lead to here, others to there. And a few they lead to... elsewhere. But this place, it has something I need.
What do you need?
A phrase emerges from the storm. Sage's dream. Yes, that's it. A drink, I think. It tastes of belonging. Cohesion. The innkeeper, ask him to make this drink for me. Quickly, before the storm takes me again.
I will ask the innkeeper to make you a sage's dream for you.
I remember so little about myself. Why is that? Did someone... Yes. Mora, he did this. But Sage's dream... I know it can help me even as the details slip away. Please, ask the innkeeper. I feel certain he knows something.
As usual, after the initial conversation, we have a chance to explore the lore a little bit further, but I will read that.
Well, at least she's finally talking. That's better than I ever managed. I hope you told her to get out of here. My remaining customers are starting to talk about settling their bill and finding someplace less strange.
She mentioned a drink called Sage's Dream. She wants you to make it for her.
I knew she wanted a drink. But Sage's Dream? Never heard of it. And I've memorized every recipe in every edition of The Innkeeper's Helper. Wait, I just remembered. We might be in luck yet.
What did you remember?
The previous owner left junk all over the courtyard. I've been sorting through it and noticed a book on obscure and ancient drinks. Maybe it contains a recipe for Sage's Dream. Go back there and find that book.
I will search the inn's courtyard for the book on obscure drinks.
Gilredal's Book of Obscure and Ancient Spirits. That's the book's name. Search around the courtyard behind the inn. Also, try the outbuilding in the far back. I found junk in there, too. Bring me the book, and we'll see if it has the recipe we need.
Back to the courtyard. Let's see if this door is the correct one yet again.
Shake it off. Come on.
Crystal jacks are really easy to get rid of nervousness and not require a few more smacks. Here we find a book called Old Monk's Diary. I thought operating a tavern would make my life simpler. Not filled with angry and drunk customers, vendors who treat me tax agents, and so on. Perhaps I should have performed more thorough research instead of jumping in with both feet. Another lesson from Akatosh for this old monk. Today, an older woman entered the tavern wearing quite a stunning red hat. Well, as an older man myself, I certainly took notice of her. Respectfully, of course. Even though I'm no longer a monk, my dedication to manners still holds. Plus, I was never lecherous even in my younger days. Why am I justifying myself to my own diary? Anyway, I performed the normal tavern owner ritual and asked what I could get her. To my surprise, she requested strong whiskey. Typically, people of her class ask for more refined drinks, not something that could put a mule to sleep. I dutifully retrieved the bottle. Then, while pouring, I casually asked her name. I hope it was casual. She said her name was Leonara. Divines, what a beautiful name. I had dinner with Leonara again this evening, this time at her home. We discussed our lives and our hopes for what's left of them. I expressed that despite the surprising complexity, I enjoyed owning my tavern. I'd like to see more customers come through, maybe higher entertainment. We discussed this for some time when she suddenly had the idea of expanding into a full inn. I could add a second floor with beds and provide meals for those who stay. The idea struck such a chord with me that I began planning it almost immediately. Perhaps it reminded me of my time in the monastery, taking care of my brothers, a task I enjoyed immensely. Yes, I think this is exactly what I shall do. Leonara moved in with me today. I'd previously slept on a small bed in a side room, plenty for me alone. But I surprised her with a brand new bed, large enough for both of us. We live out of the second largest room upstairs. I live the largest for my biggest spenders. My life as a monk was good, fulfilling, interesting, and spiritual. But my life as an innkeep, I've never had it before. Well, that was a fun thing. Not the one we're looking for, though. Perhaps there's something in the outbuilding that we need. I see a marker upstairs. Surprised by gravity yet again. Or is it laws of physics actually in this case? Gilred that guy's Book of Obscure and Ancient Spirits. Examine. Well, this holds a lot of recipes. Let's read about Sage's Dream. History. The name of this rare drink comes down to us from an ancient journal found within ancient ruins. Experts of the long-gone culture speculate that servants kept these journals instead of more educated nobles. While surprising, this makes sense when one surveys the contents. Quickly scribbled dinner requests from lords, sketched dinner table layouts, and ideas for new beverages can all be found within their pages. The most notable recipe was for the drink named Sage's Dream by the author. The description only states, "For our Lord of Fate," though which alien king or queen that refers to has been lost to time. Unfortunately, the ingredients have long gone extinct from Tamriel, which makes reproducing the drink impossible. Substitutions can be made if one wishes a distant approximation. The journal describes the drink's taste as sharp on the tongue when it enters the mouth, then it mellows into an intoxicating sweetness. Underneath the primary flavors rests a bitterness that rounds out the experience. Recipe: taronweed 1 stalk, fresh hardwood juice half a fruit, squeezed, lootberries 3, no more, no less. Blend under heat and pressure until taronweed dissolves and color turns burgundy. Sounds complicated. Let's return to innkeeper Brynmere and share what we have found. The containers here, such as backpacks, replenish themselves when you enter another building, so be certain to check those again as you return. Who knows, you might find a recipe for a furnishing worth 3 million gold, like what I once did. That was a fun day.
She hasn't moved once since you left. I tried talking to her, but she only muttered quietly to herself. I'd almost feel bad for her if I wasn't losing sales. Oh, did you find that book on obscure drinks?
Yes, I did. It describes a drink made by aliens called the Sage's Drink.
An alien drink? Odd. This inn was built on alien ruins. Just a coincidence.
Or is it?
Tirum weed, hark fruit juice, loot berries. I've never even heard of these ingredients. I can mimic that flavor profile, though. Just need some substitutions.
What can you substitute for these ingredients?
I need to think about it. Maybe some frost minium? Oh, some lotus might work. In the meantime, I need to make some syrup. Go to the cellar and grab some sugar. I'll keep thinking about this until you get back.
I will go look for sugar in the cellar.
Reproducing a sage's dream sounds like a fun challenge. It'll certainly take my mind off of what's happening to my inn. You'll find stairs to the cellar in the room behind you. It opens up into an old ruin, but don't mind that.
Sounds curious. Before we enter the Outcast Inn cellar, I need more coffee. Clumsily as always. Right back. Now, to the cellar. Finding these stairs is relatively easy. They are white and noticeable. Search for sugar.
Something hides here. I feel its hatred thick and sour. Perhaps I can call it to us. This horrid relic rose from the ground. I need to talk.
Talk to Euphemia, who has followed us.
When you left, I was compelled to follow. I saw an image of you entering this chamber, and I knew I had to be here with you. But then this awful lamp appeared, rudely popping out of nowhere. I hate the damned thing!
Why do you hate this lamp?
The storm in my head. Remember? I cannot focus through all the overlapping paths. I think this damned lamp was used against me, but I cannot understand how. Could you pick it up? I wished to examine it, but could not stand holding the horrid thing.
All right, I will get the lamp. Lamp of Clarity.
Over here. I sense a path that wishes to be explored. Shine the lamp, please.
Now we need to use the lamp. One in.
I know this. A doorway to the many paths. Step through and I will follow.
Our hunt for sugar escalated quite quickly.
My power abandons me here. I will follow if I can.
Now we need to explore the alien ruin we are led into.
The enemy approaches. They come to imprison my prince.
No, Torvasad. They are... different. Approach, Pathwalker, and speak with me.
We find another version of
I recognize this place. Mortals worshipped me here.
She looks a bit more healthy than our version.
A mortal Pathwalker. Such a creature is quite rare. And I see you are accompanied by one of my reflections. An Athelia from a different path. You carry something else with you. It feels like... hatred. Tell me, why have you come to my reality?
The other Athelia can't control her power. She's a threat to my reality. This lamp led us here.
The Lamp of Clarity. A relic created to hunt me and my unseen. It carries a spark of its creator Azora within. That gives it a bit of awareness. It must know that your Athelia poses a threat. But why lead you to me?
Athelia asked for a drink called Sage Stream. She thinks it will help bring her clarity.
Ah. Sage's Dream is the mortal name for our connection to the many paths. It manifests as a drink, but is brewed from ingredients infused with my very own essence. Drinking it will reconnect my reflection to the many paths, and stabilize her power.
Where do I get the ingredients?
They bloom in my shadow, or in the shadows of other Athelias. Each path's ingredient is unique. You can find Tiramweed here, but the rest grows in other realities. Take what you need, Pathwalker. Then you must leave before my fellow princes arrive.
What's going on here, Athelia?
This is my end, Pathwalker. Hermaeus Mora has declared me a threat to reality and comes to imprison me. I am tired of fighting. It is the same on every path I have examined. If this is my fate, so be it. Take my Tiramweed and go with my blessing.
So, here we find Tiramweed.
Another Athelia. So powerful and proud. Here. Collect the ingredient and let us go back, mortal. Take it with my blessing.
Convenient. Speak with Athelia.
A new path appears. Use the lamp, mortal.
Or use the lamp, however you see fit.
Step through. Let us see where this path takes us.
More portals to the many paths.
Dread fills this path. Find the ingredient, but use caution. We are not welcome here.
Enemies. This way? Unloadable containers. Disappointed. I suppose we go here? and then this way. Yes.
I've been waiting to try this spell out.
Too slow. I really, really like having Ember around, but he is a little bit slow in using it. We are almost there.
Have Mora's forces finally come? Then I am finished.
A broken Ethereum.
No. You do not belong here. But a reflection of the Prince of Paths travels with you. Have you come to revel at my defeat? To watch Hermaeus Mora imprison me? How shameful that I attract a mocking audience. Get on with your gloating then.
Well, I'm not here to gloat. I need a sage's dream so the Etheria of my reality can control her power.
Of course she lost control of her powers. All Ethelias are fragile creatures. They break under the slightest pressure. Just like glass. How did you get here if my reflection cannot control her power? How did you walk the many paths?
This lamp of clarity opened the way. It's leading us to Sage's dream ingredients.
My Shardborn should gut you. Whether you intend it or not, this humiliates me even more. An item of my ruin born by a reflection who walks free. If it will get you to leave, I have Harkfruit, one of the ingredients for Sage's dream. Take it and go.
I will get the Harkfruit.
Azura's lamp is not a friend to Ethelia, Pathwalker. All the relics work to subdue us. If it helps make a sage's dream, it is not to empower my reflection. No matter. My fate here is sealed, so what do I care? Take your Harkfruit and leave me.
Well, she isn't very
This reflection seems resigned to her fate. Quite different. I saw how to open a doorway. Let us return to the inn's cellar.
convenient. Use the lamp or speak with Etheria.
I sense this is the last path calling to me. Use the lamp here, mortal. Step into the many paths once again, mortal.
Once again into the many paths. Another ruin, larger this time.
Unbridled anger fills these halls. We have entered a war zone. Find the last ingredient, but be careful.
More enemies. Uncertain if we are going in the
Reality in this
direction.
path is extremely fragile. It might shatter. Hurry.
Oh, you can, by the way, get these alien trees as antiquity furnishings. The leads drop when you do anything. West Wind area. Trees are actually like really, really big, borderlining huge. So Finding a perfect place might prove a judge. I dug up one
I
and
remember
then
this as
decided.
a place filled with light and joy. This is not that place.
I don't need more. It would be actually really nice if we could scale the sides of banshees. It would give their house a brand new.
Hermaeus Mora consumes this shrine. His response to the savagery of Athelia's defense.
No,
Are we?
you must not bring that reflection any closer. Speak with me, and I shall explain.
A Torvasart. Yes.
Your Athelia, does she not sense it? The Athelia of this path, my prince, has lost herself. She has become the monster that Hermaeus Mora foresaw. If she cannot regain control, this reality is finished. Why does a mortal walk beside an Athelia?
I need to make a sage's dream so my Athelia can control her power.
Then I hope you succeed where I have failed. I tried to get my prince to calm down, but she lashed out at Mora's forces with her full fury. The more she fought, the more lost she became. Perhaps there is still a chance for you. How can I help?
The lamp of clarity led us to 2 ingredients. I think the final ingredient is here.
Why would... Oh, I understand. Azura's lamp wants to preserve your reality. By helping your Athelia regain control, she can be safely imprisoned again. The ingredient you need is close by. Loot berries. Hurry and take them before it is too late.
Thank you.
Flee while you can, mortal. Save your own life. Just spare a thought for this doomed path, if you survive. I suspect we will not last much longer. I suggest you take the loot berries and run. Good luck.
Let's take the loot berries and run. Because this is starting to look a little bit hazardous too. Ah. A big fractured remnant. Let's get rid of it.
Behold the last tomorrow! Behold the destroyer of reality!
Calm down.
This Athelia shows uncontrolled rage. It will consume every piece of this reality.
Berries, berries, berries there.
We must leave this path before my reflection destroys it.
Alright. Return to the cellar. Thanks. A well before it looks like a pot.
There you
Now
are.
we need to
Come here. I have an idea about the sage's dream.
speak with innkeeper Brynjar. This is a nice guy.
Did you get lost down here? Yeah, that happens to me sometimes too. That woman is back upstairs, sitting by the fire. So I came looking for you. I think I figured out how to make a sage's dream, even if we don't have the proper ingredients.
No need to improvise. I have the proper ingredients right here.
What? You do? Well, that makes things easier. I'm not sure where you got ingredients that no longer exist, but a good innkeeper knows when not to ask questions. Can you help me make the drink? I'll read from the recipe book while you do the rest.
What should I do?
I turned my alchemy stove into the finest experimental drink maker in Tamriel. You can be the first to try it. For each ingredient, we'll need to get the temperature just right. I'll call out for more or less heat. You turn the appropriate valve.
All right, let's make a sage's drink.
First, place the Tyrum weed in the apparatus.
Last time I was here, there was like 10 dudes standing around this apparatus, and operating it was difficult. This must be a lot easier when there's only us.
Slowly apply heat to steep the Tyrum weed.
Ignite heating element. Open valve to add heat, close valve to reduce heat. Perhaps we start with opening a valve. That didn't work. More?
That looks nicely steeped. Next, place the hawk fruit in the apparatus.
Place hawk fruit.
Apply heat to liquefy the hawk fruit. Again, not too hot.
Ignite heating element. I suppose we open valve.
It needs to be hotter.
More open valve. One more open valve. There we one more.
You'll burn the fruit. Reduce the heat.
Oh no, we overdid it.
The hawk fruit looks properly reduced. Now add loot berries to the apparatus.
Place loot berries.
You should chill the loot berries without freezing them.
At west. Cool, loot berries. Open valve to add cold, close valve to reduce cold. Open.
It needs to be cooler.
Colder, colder.
It's getting too cold. Don't freeze them.
Oops.
Perfectly chilled. Now to blend the drink. 2 parts steeped Tyrum weed and hawk fruit juice for every 1 part of chilled loot berries.
You what now? Mix. Mix. And mix. And I've forgotten what we need to do, so put those.
That's the exact amount of loot berries we need.
Okay, thank you. More of that. I'm confused now.
Perfect amount of Tyrum weed. Don't add any more.
Okay.
Looks like a
Ooh,
perfectly
we did it.
blended sage's dream. Pour the finished drink into that carafe. Now, grab the drink and take it to that strange woman. I'll meet you upstairs.
I'm a little bit iffy about the drink making process, but what do I know? Return to the Outcast Inn. To deliver the sage's dream. Up. Another vampire. I wanted to kill them, but didn't work.
Sage's dream. Do you have it? We walked the many paths together and learned much, mortal. Yet I still cannot control my power or clear the storm from my mind. Every path collides in this place. If you have a sage's dream, please, Place it on the table. I wish to calm the chaos.
I attempted to do that, but too many activation points. Speak with Ethelia.
Finally. The storm abates and I can clearly see the many paths. I can discern one reality from the next and my mind is clear. I am myself again. I am Ethelia, Prince of Paths and Mistress of the Untraveled Road.
What about the echoes and other strange things around the inn?
I shall set things right. The echoes I dragged from disparate paths are free to return to their own realms, and allow me to untangle the threads of fate and restore balance to this reality. I thank you, Pathwalker. And I am jealous of you.
You're jealous of me?
We learned that every Ethelia is dangerous. A broken creature that ends up hunted. We cannot change who we are. But mortals, you choose your paths. You don't need the powers of a Daedric Prince to alter your fate. I envy this. Goodbye, Pathwalker.
Ethelia, wait. And into shards of glass. Now we need to find Laramel and speak with her.
You did it! Oh, that strange woman has left and taken the shadows with her. Ah, time to start running a regular inn again. Maybe I'll add this sage's dream to the menu, provided I can get some more of those ingredients.
Let's try to exit through this door.
The pain is gone and the threads of fate have untangled. What happened in there, Proxy?
A convenient Laramel waits for us outside.
I sense the knot in the threads of fate has untangled, Proxy. This threat to our reality has passed. Should I assume you are responsible? Tell me what occurred within the Outcast Inn.
Ethelia was here and her power was out of control. I used the Lamp of Clarity to set things right.
If helping Ethelia saved reality, then you made the right choice. But the Lamp of Clarity is a powerful relic. I am glad you found it. I would like to take the lamp to Baragon's townhouse for further study. May I have it?
You can have the Lamp of Clarity.
I predicted that the tangled threads of fate were related to Athelia's release. But how could I know she was the direct cause? You have served the one who knows very well in this effort. Here is the reward I promised.
Thank you.
I must contact Hermaeus Mora and inform him that Ethelia has regained at least some of her power. Do not take this as a slight against you. Helping her saved many lives. It was the correct thing to do.
Now, I think we will investigate Feldegaard Keep next time, but I would like to travel to the Deadlands and find an Oblivion portal to close. Those things are relatively easy, and there's usually other people there, so getting through one isn't like a huge
What kind of trouble do you think we can get up to here?
Let's start looking from here. I have destinations add-on installed, and that shows me where the Oblivion portals are located. Couldn't find one there. Let's go here. Destinations only shows like possible locations for the portals, not the ones that are actually active. So, despite knowing where to go, there is still the aspect of running around trying to find this. That's a lot much.
You are outclassed and outmatched.
Now we need to just
Mortal flea.
run through all the fire and kill all the enemies we see. Sometimes it's easy and sometimes it's hard. Oh, good. Don't forget to loot all the corpses.
You've done better than I expected.
Oblivion portals as a stage 4 vampire can get a little bit, well, challenging since there is so much fire, but if you do have enough self-heal abilities, it shouldn't be impossible.
I hope I help.
So close, yet ever so far.
I don't remember how many portals there are, or is there even like a set number at the time? Just I want it. My inventory is probably like very full. I hope we can fit everything. Brilliant. Okay, then we go help. And by helping, I mean we will stand in the way and look. You big titan. No? Oh, sometimes it comes, sometimes it doesn't come. Run through Havocrell's tower and then we are almost at the end. Sometimes this area is like full of really big enemies and sometimes it's completely deserted. And then
Don't give up now. I want to crush you
there's a
personally.
big boss battle. Most times you need to wait like a long time for it to respawn, but we have time. Let's see if there's anything new in the crown store. While we wait. Amen. I wonder how long we need to. Also, I wonder if the lava is this. I think we found a hidden treasure bag. Let's see what's in it. Ew, there's a banana axe.
Can I help?
Don't need that. Don't need this. Don't need those either. Cold Comfort, the weapon we got from Laramil as we completed the quest, is part of the Symmetry of the Weald set. Adds 200% status effect chance while your health is above 50%. Adds 10% healing done when your health is below 50%. Don't need that.
Yes?
Sounds like fun in theory, but in practice, I don't know. Perhaps I should explore that further, but for like a PvE solo vampire, don't see the benefits. Perhaps if you play as a healer in an environment where you like really need to slap status effects on your friends, then it could work well, but that's so difficult. There's always a but. This is a really long wait. I'm perhaps getting horribly bored. Ooh, yeah. So here, small enemies pop up and need to kill them all. Then two big titans pop out and you need to kill them both. And then have a crow do crossbones pops out and you need to kill it. And sometimes it has shields and small enemies pop out, and sometimes it doesn't have shields. And just point and shoot. This is actually a pretty low mechanic on World event. Type of a thing. Don't forget to reward copper and then you are free to go. So compared to our Miramore thingies in West Weald, Oblivion portals are a real game. Don't need to remember mechanics or anything. And that completed one daily endeavor and put us one step closer to completing the weekly endeavor. But now, I do believe the time has come to say goodbye. For now, I will return next Thursday at 2 p.m. to continue with the West Weald Zone story with ARCB. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you all later. Ta!